I want to ask you a question that may seem like quite a niche question, but I think that most people could probably come up with the answer to this question. Now, if you've ever done any kind of financial studies or social studies in high school, or maybe just any kind of market research, or you just know a bit about money, this question will be quite simple. How do you succeed in business? You succeed in business by taking advantage of a gap in the market. Another question, how do you succeed with social media and with content? By finding a gap in the market. How do you succeed in fitness? By also finding a gap in the market. Now, this might not make sense. You might be thinking, whoa, they can't all be the same. Let me explain. In business, to make money in business, you find a gap in the market. You find a business model, a service, a product, an opportunity that other people, one, aren't taking advantage of fully, or have just not even seen and aren't doing. Maybe you find some new flavor of food, or some opportunity, or some new market, whatever it is. You find something that hasn't been taken advantage of yet, and you take advantage of it. Maybe, for instance, it's a certain food that's really good, but no one's really making it in this certain country. Maybe it's, okay, well, there's this service that someone sort of tried, but it was really good, but it never really took off to try that thing. Maybe it's like, I had this brand new idea, this hasn't been done, this angle's never been tried before. You find a gap in the market, and that's how you make money. Social media content, how do you succeed? Well, you take something unique, something authentic, something interesting. You find a gap in the market. What's a perspective people haven't looked at yet? What is an interesting thing people haven't done yet? What's something people haven't seen? What's a new avenue of this thing? What's a new angle of this? What's just a completely new niche, a new thing you can do? What is a new way to look at this one thing? What is a new style you can do of this thing? What's a new... succeed on social media content by taking a gap in the market. And a third example that you might think is a bit different. You might think that doesn't apply to that, but I guarantee you it does. How do you succeed in fitness? By finding a gap in the market. Now, before you go, that's crazy. Just listen. When I mean succeed in fitness, I mean improve your physique, improve your health, right? I don't mean like become a fitness influencer. I mean just like, get in better shape, right? What's the gap in the market? Well, by succeeding in fitness, maybe, let's say for instance you're just starting out and you want to start working out, you want to start losing weight or whatever your goal is. You go, okay, how do I find the gap in the market? Well, right now I'm not working out, but I need to start working out. So the gap in the market is you, your schedule, your time. The gap is, well, if I move this thing and I rearrange that, then I have an extra hour and a half in the day, and I can go to the gym that hour and a half. Or maybe it's, well, on the way to work, I start work at 9, and I get up at, let's say I get up at 7 to get to work by 9. If I get up at, say, 5:30 or 6, I can go to the gym between that time and you find a gap. The market is you. The market is your time. The market is your life. The gap is the opportunity. The market is the situation, the gap is the opportunity. Say for instance the situation is you're playing a game of UNO. The market is the game. The gap is maybe you pick up a card and you get a lucky card. And then you can take that, and next time you're about to, say for instance, you're about to have to pick up 4 cards, but you have a +4. You put it on there. You take the gap you have to save yourself from picking up 4 cards. That is your unfair advantage. That is taking advantage of the gap in the market. You succeed in absolutely everything by taking advantage of a gap in the market. Life is not fair. You will have disadvantages, you will have advantages. But you need to be able to take advantage of those things. You need to be able to find opportunity in chaos and chaos in opportunity. That is how you succeed. So, what is your unfair advantage? What is your gap in the market? For me, I post social media content. It's like my biggest goal is to grow an online personal brand, turn that into money, turn that into skills, alright? So for me, my gap in the market is, I am a teenager, I'm a 15-year-old, who is quite dedicated to my mission. I get up at 4 AM, I spend hours every day working, I'm still in school, I work, 15, 20 hours a week at my job, in a manual labour job. I work quite hard, I do quite a lot of things with my time. My schedule is pretty full, almost every single day. There is very rarely a time where I have more than an hour of free time a day. There's very rarely a time where I have a full day off, other than, that's not sort of scheduled. So I'm quite dedicated, I'm quite disciplined, so I can use that avenue to my success. Maybe for instance, I currently have just switched from regular high school in Australia to TAFE, which is sort of like college if you're from America or the UK. But that's only 3 days a week. It's half a Monday, half a Tuesday, all a Wednesday. So I had now gained back Thursday, Fridays, and maybe 2 hours. By the time I get home, it's like an hour and a bit home to catch the train and buses. I gain say an hour or 2 hours on those Monday, Tuesdays, but I gain Thursday, Fridays. That's my advantage. Most other teenagers doing the same thing I'm doing don't have their Thursday, Fridays because they're still in school. It's very rare that a 15-year-old doing what I'm doing also has those days off. That's my advantage. So I take that to my advantage and I make as much content as I can. I'll go out and film. I'll do a day out. I'll do stuff. I'll take advantage of that. So for instance, maybe I want to use some kind of fitness lesson. I want to take a story, a potential sort of lesson, and I can apply it to fitness and go, well, in fitness, and give a lesson. If I've been working out for 2.5 years. Now, do I have an amazing physique? No, but I have the experience. Some people don't have that experience. A lot of people at 15 haven't been working out for 2.5 years. So I can use that to my advantage. What is your unfair advantage? So ask yourself right now, what is my unfair advantage? And it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be, well, I'm super jacked, or I'm super rich, or I have all this. Anything you have that is not extremely common, you can use to your advantage. Do you have a job where you make a little bit more than average? Do you have a bit of more free time? Do you have a bit of experience in something? Do you have a bit of free time here? Do you, oh well, I've done this thing before. I've spoke to this person. What is something you have that most people don't have? That's where you use that to your advantage. Whether it be in fitness, relationships, business, social media content, absolutely anything. Use your unfair advantage. Find the gap in the market, in any market. As I said, the market is just the situation and the circumstances, and the gap is you. The gap is the opportunity. Take that, use it to your advantage. That's all for this one. My name's Sam. I'm a 15-year-old content creator and entrepreneur. Other than that, if you're interested in any of my other content, you can go ahead and look at the rest of the videos in this channel, or in the channel description you can find links to my 2 other YouTube channels. I have a main channel which I've not been posting to much in the last couple of months, but I also have a vlog channel which you can go check that out as well. Link in the channel description. If you're interested in getting more videos like this, more in-depth, more educational videos like this, go ahead and check out the link in my channel description. That'll take you to my paid school community. If you're interested in becoming a better version of yourself, going on a self-improvement journey, improving your life, chasing greatness in any area of your life, check that out. Other than that, have an amazing day. If you're interested, subscribe. See you in the next one. Goodbye.